Congratulations, Como Park Cougars class of 2020. Many of you came to our school fresh from 8th grade. Others have joined our family along the way. You were very young. For some of you, it feels like an eternity. For others, it feels just like yesterday. I can't even imagine the changes you've seen in your time in our building. You were students during Como's transformational construction. You're now adults. I'm speaking to you as the halls of Como Park Senior High School appear to be empty and have been for some time. But they are not empty. They are filled with your past, your experiences, your voices. You left your impression here, an impression that we will feel for years to come. You are epic. You will be tempted to be filled with regret about the conclusion of your high school career, the loss of important landmarks like prom and graduation. I don't blame you. These are experiences that can't be replaced. Me telling you otherwise would not be honest. But I would like to encourage you to not dwell in that regret. Experience it, don't live there. Many of you were born during the year of the heartbreaking events of September 11th and are graduating during a pandemic. These are the bookends of the moments of time you have lived, but that's not what makes you epic. If you can take anything from today and from this time we're living in, it is the power of everyday choices that lead to epic experiences. People believe it is the big choices in life that impact you most. That's partly true. The job you take, the training you get, the people you partner with, those are all important. But I think it's the everyday choices that make the single biggest difference in your life. They will make you or they will break you. Will you show up? Will you be kind? Will you do your job? Will you act with ethics and morals every single time in every single relationship? Will you give grace to others? Will you be generous with your possessions, your gifts, your love, your words of encouragement? Will you be the type of person that makes this world a better place? Again, you get to decide. If nothing else, you get to decide how you will see something. Will it be tragic or will it be epic? I think you've learned to be epic. You've learned to make everyday choices like staying home so a disease is not passed on to another. Everyday choices like logging into school and connecting with teachers and students. For some of you, everyday choices like going to work because you are an essential employee. For some of you, staying home to protect the people you love. These everyday choices have saved lives. These everyday choices have helped you make it here to graduation. You are epic. If you find you want to define yourself by anything about this or any other tragedy that you've survived, find lessons in the moments of goodness. Find the stories that lift up our human condition and celebrate the connectivity even during these times of separation. Stories like the teacher in Connecticut who's caring for the newborn sibling of one of her students because the child's mom is recovering from COVID. Or the artist in New York who mortgaged her home so she could borrow $500,000 to purchase and donate scrubs to the local hospital workers. These people are epic. I would argue so are you. I get it, you might not feel epic. But epic isn't one big moment of success. It's all the tiny, everyday moments that lead to an accomplishment, like graduation. It is perseverance, even in the face of failure. It is grit. It is slogging it through and doing the right thing, even when that's not the easy thing. I am so proud of you, not because of today, but because of the choices that you've made that led to today. Here's the secret. I don't want you to look back in high school as being the best experience and best days of your life. Don't get me wrong. Your teachers and I wanted them to be awesome days, incredible experiences to help build towards your future. But I want every single day hereafter to get better and better. Don't stall out here or get stuck in any moment. You will have hardships. You will have tragic things happen. Don't get stuck there either, because the world needs you. The world needs the epic you. On behalf of all the staff and students at Como Park Senior High School, we celebrate you, the truly epic class of 2020.
Good evening. My name is Andrew Collins. I'm an assistant superintendent in St. Paul Public Schools. Principal Thien Collins, colleagues, families, and of course, graduates of Como Park Senior High School, class of 2020, good evening. I know this is not the type of graduation ceremony any of you imagined when you started high school 4 years ago. In fact, none of us could have imagined it. Even a few months ago, how is it possible the world could have changed so much in such a short period of time? but it has, and we have. And so, as with many things that will come your way in life, we're forced to adapt, to alter our course. In this, there are some really important life lessons to be learned, lessons that you may have also learned during your high school journey. The first is that none of us can control what happens to us in life, but what we can control is how we respond. When life throws us lemons, make lemonade. For some of you, this lesson has been reinforced over the past 4 years. You have faced adversity. Things haven't gone your way. You studied really hard for a test and still weren't happy with the score. You had friends or family who were struggling, and it impacted your ability to focus on school. Life got in the way, and nevertheless, you persisted. You met the challenge head on. You found a way to adapt, and you pushed forward. The second is we're all stronger together. When a crisis strikes, and it happens to all of us, reach out. None of us can navigate the challenges the world throws at us alone, whether it's a failed grade, a flat tire, or the loss of a loved one. You have learned, whether it's navigating 4 years of high school as a class of 2020 or responding to a global pandemic, we truly are all in this together. The last lesson is the true heroes in life are not found on the cover of a magazine. They're found among us. They are the teacher you had in your freshman year who took the time to tutor you when you were struggling with math, the educator who helped you learn English, the neighbor who shovels and mows the lawns for elderly residents, the medical providers who rush to our side during the times of greatest need. You are the heroes of our future. What you choose to do with your lives and how you choose to invest in our community will not only matter for you, but for all of us. We need you to succeed, to dream big, to continue your path of lifelong learning, to find your passions. You will be the ones educating our children, saving lives in our hospitals, and constructing the roads and the bridges of our future. In attending St. Paul Public Schools, you have benefited from the rich diversity our community has to offer. You come from different backgrounds, speak multiple languages, have different lived experiences, see the world differently, and that's okay. It's actually a good thing. Our community, our state, and our world are better off because of it. Our diversity is our strength, and you will bring that strength wherever you go. Some of you have made plans for next year, attending college near or far, developing technical skills, entering trades, enlisting in the military, and some of you have no clue what you want to do. That's okay. I was there once too. We all were. Follow your passions, follow your heart, take care of each other, seize opportunities, and build a world out of this crisis that is better than any of us have ever seen. As Eleanor Roosevelt once said, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Our world will change for the better. You can be a part of that change. Again, congratulations to all of you in the class of 2020. Go forth, do great things, and be great human beings. Thank you.
I am proud to bring you congratulations from the Board of Education. This is a strange time for everybody, and I am with you in wishing we are celebrating in person. I'm here to congratulate you, of course, but also here to provide you with some context for your achievement. There are 248 students in this year's Como Park Senior High School graduating class. 2 of you have the distinction of graduating with both a high school diploma and an associate's degree. 183 of you are going to go on to college. The schools you attend include University of Minnesota, St. Paul College, Augsburg University, Century College, Carleton College, Concordia College, Doherty Family College at University of St. Thomas, University of Wisconsin-Madison, Boston University, and Tennessee State University. 4 of you will be entering into the military, and still others will be taking life very much as it comes. And you know at this point what that means. Who knows where we'll be in another 3 months? There's only one thing we can count on, and in those words of the great Sam Cooke, a change is gonna come. Many of you have spent at least 13 years in our St. Paul Public Schools, some of you directly in my classes. You know I believe you are the generation for change. I say to you all and to your families, thank you. And I thank you to those who have joined us at some point along the way. It has been an honor and a privilege to spend the time with you, and I hope you've had many happy memories. My further hope for you, each of you, is that your time in our schools, and most recently, your time at Como High School, has prepared you for whatever comes next. That you will be flexible, adaptable, and curious, and fearless. Well, not too fearless. We all have to be cautious, at least until the vaccine comes out. Listen, we don't know how this will end, but we do know that we will persevere. As the great Dr. King said, you write your life's blueprint. And with your smarts and your drive and your curiosity, your goodness, all of which I hope you have developed in our schools, you can help decide how this world is going to look and how we get through this. You're in this space to fulfill your personal purpose. Bring it. Bring your passion for equity and your dedication for justice with you out into the wider world. Use them to make it a better place. Don't forget where you came from, and don't be afraid to go someplace now. Keep your heart warm and your head high. Dedicate yourself to the truth. Don't just believe in science, advance it. Don't just talk about what's right, live it. Dr. King also said, you have the responsibility to make this nation a better nation for all. We are so proud of you, graduates. Now get out there and make us even prouder.
Good evening, graduates, parents, families, teachers and administrators, Alexa, Siri, and all the fine folks at Amazon, Google, and Apple, and anyone else who might be listening in right now. Welcome. It is a brave new world in which we live, and into which you, the Como Park class of 2020, are heading into. In fact, it will be the first Como Park graduating class to have their commencement ceremony online, along with all of the peculiar possibilities that come with that. For one, we don't know where you are right now. You could be anywhere. You don't know where we are right now. Our whereabouts are all a mystery to one another. And if Einstein was right about linear time being an illusion, this graduation ceremony might have already taken place. So, some of us are here, many of us are not, but it doesn't matter if we are because graduation's already over, unless it isn't. Quarantine is hard, but no matter. You're the first graduating class in 90 years to be heading out into the world when the country's unemployment rate is nearly 20% and climbing. That can seem a bit distressing, but on the bright side, there's never been a better time to continue your education from an economic standpoint. Your opportunity cost, that vaguely familiar term you learned a few weeks ago and are probably forgotten by now, is as low as it is ever likely to be again. You won't be giving up a good paying job in order to go to school. This is a great opportunity. Take advantage of it. You're also the first graduating class from Como heading out into the world when you may not be able to head out into the world, or the mall, the movies, a restaurant, possibly even the classroom. Things are looking pretty unpredictable and chaotic right now. But you're used to that. You spent the past 3 years living in the middle of a construction zone, surrounded by signs reading danger, hazard, do not enter. You've been training for this. Unpredictability and chaos greeted you every morning when you walked through the doors, along with your breakfast. A healthy serving of some egg-like substance, a little orange juice, and a nice side of, where did they move my classroom? And why is my lunch in a paper bag? And in this environment, you thrived. From that unpredictability and chaos, you brought order and often excellence in your classes. An unrivaled competitive spirit on the field and on the court. You created works of art through music, drama, visual arts, and writing. You brought compassion towards others and service to your school and your community through Como's many student groups, like Dare to Be Real, Link Crew, Student Council, and the National Honor Society. You rolled up your sleeves, worked with your teachers, administrators, and with one another, and did what needed to be done every day. There's so much out of your control. What you can control is how you respond to the challenges that arise. I have a few suggestions. Always keep your faith in the future and don't get discouraged. Never lose your will to persevere. In the face of your fears, when you don't feel courageous, pretend you are, and courage will follow. And keep an open mind, always. The times when you're absolutely certain of your opinions and convictions are the best times to remind yourself that there's a good chance that there's new information out there that could come to light and change your world, and with it, your mind. And when all else fails, keep your sense of humor and be kind. I'll leave you with a pair of quotes that I think weave together nicely. Casey Stengel, an old-time baseball manager, once said, "Never make predictions, especially about the future." And Eleanor Roosevelt, one of our greatest first ladies, said, "The future is literally in our hands to mold as we like, but we cannot wait until tomorrow. Tomorrow is now." In conclusion, there's far less value in trying to predict the future than in working to create it. Don't forget to reach out to each other and look after one another, whether it's online, on the phone, or up close and personal. 6 feet apart. Congratulations, Como Park class of 2020, and good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the moment you have all been waiting for, high school graduation. Congratulations, seniors, you just finished high school. Congratulations, teachers, you just educated a generation that will benefit this world. And finally, congratulations to our parents, you raised a graduate. I want to give a special thanks to my father, mother, relatives, and also friends in Como. Those who do not know me, my name is Ridwan Farhan Yusuf. I came to the United States of America 2 years and 7 months ago. I moved away from the place I knew for my whole life. I was born and raised in Kenya. When I came here, I knew nobody other than my family. Everything was different, starting with the way of life, the diverse community, and also the school system. The feeling of awkwardness that was in the air the first day in a new school was the same feeling I had everywhere I went. I always thought that moving from one place to another was going to be easier. However, you will know the pain of moving only if you experience it. Como Park Senior High School was all about experience. I always reminded myself of the older Dyke that stated, experience is the best teacher. Every second I had a goal of learning something new. The difference between a coach and an athlete is experience. Como Park was like my coach. A coach corrects a mistake when he sees one. This institution did the same. Como Park has the best teachers. Teachers that can understand you. Teachers that can help you reach your life's goal. Teachers in Como are like Jen. What makes life interesting in high school is that high school is the place that you find your skills and also your talents. A few months ago when I was in Washington, D.C., I had to debate with people from all over the continent. I was not good at speaking in front of people. However, the incentive that made me speak was the topic of the debate affected me personally. I did not even remember the time I stood up to speak. All I remember was proving my point to the opposite side. I had confidence. I was done being the shy guy. The fire inside me ignited. I spoke my mind. When I was done, everyone was cheering for me. I knew that moment that I was proud of myself. Each and every one of you has a story of how you find your skills and talents. That's why there's an extracurricular activities, clubs, and also teams. You all joined all of them. And you made your life productive when you joined those. High school was all about learning from your mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes. I failed many times and I had some lives regret. However, I learned from my mistake and vowed to never repeat it again. Failure was the incentive that made me study more to succeed. That's why failure is the father of success. If you don't taste failure, you will not know the importance of success, the hard work of success. I learned to let go of my life's regret. Because Eleanor Roosevelt once said, yesterday was a history, tomorrow will be mystery, but today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. I told my life's regret, let bygones be bygones. We are obstacle breakers. COVID-19 is nothing but the next obstacle we will break. We don't have graduation, there's no prom, there's nothing event that you have been anticipating for. But all I gotta tell you right now is this calamity, this catastrophe, it's gonna end. All you gotta do is believe in yourself. What makes life interesting is everything in life is a test. High school was nothing but a huge test that we have been preparing for. We built friendships, we overcome obstacles, and we passed the test of high school. We passed the test of high school. All I gotta tell you today is that high school was a hard thing. It was 4 whole years and we did great. We are the future of the world, the next generation of everything. We may have the future president in the class of 2020. In order to reach that goal, we needed education. Como Park gave us that kind of education. Education is knowledge and knowledge is power. The power of the future is not strength anymore. The power of the future is not physical strength, but the power of the future is intellectual strength. Malcolm X once said, education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. We already have the passport to the future. All we gotta do is get on the plane of the college. Get on the plane of the future. The plane of the future is college. We will do great in college because Martin Luther King once said, he gave a famous speech that said, I have a dream. Because high school students are dreamers, are darers, and are doers. That's what we all are. And this moment of time was all about recovering from people who died from the COVID-19. And we will pray for them and all kind of stuff. Thank you very much and have a great day. Bye-bye.
It is with great honor that I am able to say this to you today. By the power vested in me, by the state of Minnesota, and by the Board of Education of Independent School District 625, I hereby confer upon each of you the high school diploma with all its rights, privileges, and responsibilities. Congratulations, Cougars.